Jeff and Trevor. Trevor and Jeff react.
All right, hello friends, Jeff Ellis Worldwide here. Let me share a little tip that I learned for you along the way when you're filming. Pick yourself up some of these oil absorbing sheets, because if you're a slimy individual such as myself, it can be invaluable in reducing some of the glare that you get off of, off of the lights. Look at these lights. It's so light in my home studio here that we need additional lights to blast into my face so you get the essence of my face and we're not washed out by that light. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. What this video is about, this is a very exciting day because this is the first time ever we are going to be reacting to a mix that was done by a student, their first mix after taking the Mixer Brain course, okay? So this is very exciting, and Trevor is gonna join me over here. Are you ready to join me over here, Trevor? We're gonna be reacting to a song called You Came Up by PEET, okay? And I got this email from an individual named Julian PEET. He's from Australia, okay? And allegedly, Julian is, he's also a teacher. He's an instructor, I think he said like a university instructor for music or something along those lines. I don't know, but you can tell by the production on this song that he really knows what he's doing. And the band's called PEET, so maybe he's the one singing or playing, I don't know. He'll probably write in the comments below when he sees this, like the full story. But he sent me this email, and I'm gonna read some of this to you, and this is how I found the song, okay? He said, I wanted to say that Mixer Brain has been an invaluable mind shift for me and share my first mix I distributed since doing the course. Now, this is interesting because he took this course as someone that was very experienced, and that's one of the things, like, Mixer Brain is helpful for very experienced people. It's helpful for new people. It's great for everybody because, like, one of the things that I like to do is I'm always trying to learn, right? I have over 50 billion streams and a Grammy, and I have no ego about learning new things. I'm always trying to learn, right? And you can be a very talented person at something, but hear one little perspective shift from someone else that's also talented and add something to your arsenal. So anyway, I digress. So yeah, he said he did this song and it was mastered by Will Bowden, who is the guy who mastered Gautier's Somebody That I Used to Know, which is an important song because we go through that song in the Mixer Brain curriculum when we're talking about macro dynamics, Trevor. Apparently the mastering engineer also loved the mix, so that's great. And he said it was so freeing to not compress anything, to pop some big vibes on the master bus and really explore the stereo image with some clear direction about where I want the Eye of Sauron to shine, right? If you've never taken Mixer Brain, you have no idea what the Eye of Sauron is, but this is some vernacular that we use in the course to describe some concepts.
Or you might just think it's an evil eye.
That is true as well. See, you're not on the lab. Okay, so Trevor.
You might just think the Eye of Sauron is a Lord of the Rings thing.
Yeah, which it's not. It's not. It's a Mixer Brain concept. I'm so caffeinated. Like, I'm like literally like shaking and jittering. I went too hard in the paint. Trevor recently quit caffeine, so that's why he's chill and mellow.
Yeah.
I'm a little all over the place, but I should like ease into this as time goes on a little bit. But hold on. More. So anyway, I was blown away by this mix, so we're gonna listen down to it. This isn't my first reaction. The reason I'm doing this is because I love the way that he used the principles to do this song. It sounds incredible, and it feels incredible most of all. But the first thing, if we just look at this screen here, I popped this song into RX11 just so we could kind of see some of the macro dynamics of this song. Like, so look, you can kind of even see the emotional journey of this song from beginning to end. You can kind of see the moment of glories up here. We have our kind of like, this is probably like a verse, but you can see even in the waveforms how this mix has an emotional journey, right? And the overall integrated score is quite low by today's standards, but this song sounds very loud on Spotify. And it's just because the overall score is low. That doesn't mean the moment of glory up here. This is very loud. This is probably like -7 LUFS or something.
Oh,
does it
-5 right there?
Yeah, so that's great. So that doesn't mean just because... Where are you seeing that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't even know it could do that. That's great. Yeah, that's actually very cool. So right up here, we're just like slamming, okay? But down here, we're like 14. So in Mixer Brain, we talk about the difference between the quiet part of the song, the most quiet part of the song, right, down here, and the loudest part of the song. That's our available mana to use to cast emotional spells. So obviously this song had a lot of mana, and as we listened down to it, there's a huge emotional payoff at the end because the mana of the song, right? Wizards use mana to cast spells. If you have no mana, no spell. So anyway, yeah, this is why you're gonna have this big emotional arc. And because there are a lot of quieter parts of this song, there's such a favorable score overall. So by the time this section comes in on Spotify and like New Music Friday or a playlist, this is gonna be just like banging, right? I saw a reel the other day of the subject of loudness and how things should be mastered in this, and like it's so nuanced, and that's why there's a whole like there's a long ass chapter called The Battlefield in Mixer Brain about the current state of what we call the new loudness war. But almost everybody is still fighting the old loudness war in a very non-nuanced way. But if you master the battlefield of current loudness standards and everything, it goes way deeper than I ever even knew. I learned a lot making Mixer Brain. You can really take the impact of your music to the next level. But that's too deep to get into right now. That'll be that's a whole 24-hour course to figure that out. Anyway. Yeah, Trevor, you ready to listen down to this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's see here. Let's put on some headphones. Boom. Boom. Are you good? Okay, pop in here. Just a little closer. Oh, you don't have any length on the cable.
I don't got too much length.
This is a spur of the moment thing. It's not super like well thought through.
But
Yeah, but I'm gonna play it while you're figuring out your length
we're
situations.
close enough. I'll just
Actually, if you turn this way, right here, think. Now, turn backwards, you get more length, okay?
Yep.
And we'll listen like this, okay?
Okay.
Perfect.
You came up from the darkness all around. My hands were tied, knees on the ground. And you can't hide it, what you got going on. Yeah, baby, I know it. I've seen it before. And it gets louder.
That's poignancy.
This beat in my heart.
It's the advantage of not compressing your vocals.
You get hotter, baby.
Dug in. Popped out of the mix.
When the rhythm starts, and I'm so hungry. I wanna take a bite of that forbidden fruit, babe, straight from the vine. That's loving like I need it.
Ooh, a first little mana explosion.
Baby, show me where I'm standing. Tell me that you don't feel this. Come on, baby. Love me like I need it.
He made a nice little magic bucket in this song.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed that.
Don't you get lonely in the
Yep.
middle of the night?
That shaker is nowhere near the vocal in the magic
Light
bucket.
gets low, baby.
That's why we can fall into the narrative of the vocal so well. Nothing's blocking it. Another thing in the left quadrant.
Do you remember, darling, how I love you like I do? Can you picture it, baby? Who am I kidding? I know you do. Come on, love me like I
Oh, he
need
put
it.
it like a clap all the way in the right quadrant.
Show me where you stand.
That's amazing.
Tell me that you don't feel it. Come on, baby. Sometimes we
Scene change right there.
need to restart.
Quantum Realm.
Build it back
Building up mana.
better than it was. Sometimes we all need to restart.
It's coming up on the moment of glory.
Build it back up better than it was. Oh, better than it was. Oh, better than it was. Come on, love it like we need it. Yeah, let's show them where we're standing. Oh, babe, let's demand it. Come on, baby. I said, come on, baby. Please come on, baby. Loving like we need it.
Get our little catharsis at the end to bring us out.
Loving like we need it now.
Okay, that was insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. You know, I was talking over it, so maybe you have to go back and listen outside of this video. But okay, so that hit like every mixer brain principle so perfect. And man, so this is why I'm always talking about like these principles are so much better to apply in the production phases because you can't just take some random song and mix that much perfection into it if the song and principles weren't laid out from the ground up with this mindset. Like, so one thing I know is the quadrants of love of this song is perfection.
Very utilized.
Very utilized.
Very utilized.
And like, and there was never a moment where things being like all the way panned into the left quadrant and the right quadrant. I heard quantum realm stuff. I'm sure there was some dark region stuff. Like, there was never a moment where it was like extra or like non-artful. So because he did all of that, he arranged the panning of the song, all the sounds into its own unique quadrant that created that magic bucket for the vocal just to be there. And because there was nothing else kind of in the center other than kind of like the bass guitar down here and the vocal and just kind of the drums, it had such a clear punch to it. And that's why, and also it's just like, it's such a pleasure to listen to because when you hit all your quadrants of love, you don't need all this EQing and everything because everything lives in its own place. And yeah, I mean, you're not hearing songs sounding this good coming out of Nashville these days at all. Like I was just I just listened to New Music Friday, and some of the some of the top country artists have the absolute worst mixing. It like and not and just like emotion sucking mixing in the genre that requires so much of that. So this is on a complete other level than anything you're going to hear on New Music Friday, and hopefully a band like this can cut. I don't even know if they're out of Nashville. They're not clearly because they're from Australia.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
they said
But
Australia.
when I hear anything that's like vaguely country or even just has
Yeah.
any organic instruments, I'm like, Nashville, you know what I mean? Nashville never hires me to mix anything. They don't know I exist. But I would be the best person for them because, I mean, just the mixer brain as like the brain disease has overtaken the Nashville music scene to the point where I don't even remember the last time I heard. I mean, somebody in the comments said, "What about this guy?" Of course, obviously, some people are doing it great, but a lot of the popular stuff, man, just like, the ego of these engineers just like ruthlessly over compressing everything. And not in an artful way. Sometimes it can be really cool. I just did an email blast about some songs where sometimes compression can be amazing, but most of the time I'm just hearing it removing emotion to no artistic gain. In fact, to artistic detriment and emotional detriment. And yeah, the poignancy and swagnancy principle on this was like so immaculate. I don't like... It's just like a masterclass. So this guy, Julian PEET, I wonder if he's the one singing or playing. I don't know. We don't know. Julian, write in the comments. I can't wait for you to put out more music using these principles. It matches your band's aesthetic perfectly. And remember, this is just one style of mixing, one style of production. Like it doesn't, we just mixed a song called Pixelated Kisses that is like a brick wall for the aesthetic. And then the next song comes out, Past Won't Leave My Bed, almost completely uncompressed and like beautiful and nuanced. So again, we're not trying to form a religion around every song's got to be this, like have this much depth and emotional movement and this and what. Sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not. Mixing is 4D chess, okay? That's why it's so hard. But Trevor, share your thoughts, any particular principles that you noticed, or give your feedback to Julian.
I just really enjoyed it. I felt like I was in the room with these guys, which
Yes.
is like a big, like when I feel like I'm watching a performance
Yeah.
rather than listening to a production, it's a big deal. So
Remember the planetary
It's-
atmosphere principle?
kind of.
It's like, did you read the written sections? It's one of the principles, Trevor.
Is it?
Mixer brain is long.
Which one was that?
It was what you just described is
the
what I call
zazz?
that.
I liked the zazz.
Oh, there is. Okay, so he did mention in the emails that he was playing around with some artistic stuff on the stereo bus. It'd be
Right.
interesting
Yeah.
to hear about that. Maybe Julian can say some stuff in the comments. The way that there was kind of like an aggression and almost like a distortion on the vocal, but then it was super, no compression on it. You can tell when there were the poignant moments, the singer dug in, it pushed out of the song, elevated the emotion. This is just, this is a master class in mixing by Julian PEET. I don't even know if he's a professional mixer or he's a teacher, producer, everything. But this was awesome. And yeah, okay, so it isn't like you just get mixer brain and then you're this good, but it's a pathway. You know what I mean? It's a pathway. It's a mindset shift. And it even elevated this guy who's amazing, even elevated him. But at the end of the day, you can tell this individual has spent a great deal of time honing their craft, focusing on art and emotion and aesthetic. He doesn't seem like the type of person that thinks an 1176 is where the magic lies, okay? It's not the paintbrush, it's the canvas that we're always talking about. And this painted the most beautiful canvas. And getting things to be this amazing, it starts at the recording phases and the production phases with all of this planned out in advance. And then if you hit everything from incredible performers, songwriting, the song itself is really cool.
Yeah.
Just from beginning to end, that's what I love about music. When I heard this, I was like, it's hard for me to listen to music that's not like this, you know what I mean? Because I get so frustrated at he even said like in one of his, he wrote a review on the course too, and I posted the other day, but he kind of like was critiquing a lot of like the engineers and producer bros that have all their way of doing things. And it's like so much of that is just feeding their own ego. And it wasn't until I personally let go of a lot of the religion around how you're supposed to mix music and engineer music. Like I came up under the traditional path. I've been doing this for a long time. I had my dark phases where I just tried to mix like everybody else told me to mix. And then one day I decided, I was like, none of what I'm hearing out there is making sense to me. I'm going to try to like do it my own way. And then I veered off into this different path, which would ultimately become kind of how I work today and how, the mixer brain principles came to be. And so if you're wondering why the tables are high, we're just in a standing desk configuration right now for my back. And we're adding a new headphone mixing thing to Mixer Brain. Didn't have that. So a lot of things are happening. Should we start doing more reaction videos? Like we should do reactions to, I want to react to modern contemporary music, but it's hard for me to criticize people because so many of these are like, I did it once and it turns out like 3 of my friends worked on the track. And I was like, oh my God. And the artists themselves like DM'd me on Instagram and were like, it was a whole thing. So it's tough, but maybe what we'll do is we can go back to and listen to older music, some cool stuff, and talk about some of the principles of Mixer Brain that we're hearing in the older stuff.
Stuff that makes it good.
Yeah, stuff that made
positive.
it great. Because it isn't like the Mixer Brain principles. Like so much of this is just not all of it was spawned out of my essence. So much of it is the ancient wisdom of record making that's been lost along the way and kind of bastardized by TikTok and YouTube bros that are just like endlessly pumping out under nuanced content
Digital age.
that haven't really accomplished much or really put in the years to kind of gain a perspective. You know what I mean? No hate on anybody in particular. A lot of those people are great and super helpful too. So, but maybe we shouldn't be teaching a craft right out of the gate. You know what I mean? I waited till I was 40 to start teaching, you know? I was like, a lot of the stuff, there's some stuff that I've said on YouTube in interviews back in the day that I completely disagree with now. So having a long period of life to have perspective is bad. Like they have that whole thing, if you can't do, teach, right? But it really should be do the thing for a long time and then start offering your wisdom. Like, you know, remember the ancient, all the movies of like the kung fu movies and stuff, and you have like this really old master with like the eyebrows that are super long? That should be the people are teaching. However, there's a lot of old hats too that have doubled down on years of ignorance. So it's very, there's no right answer to any of this stuff. And that's why Mixer Brain comes with 100% money back guarantee if you didn't like it. And that's what it is. Some of you will scam me on that and get bad karma. It's what it is. That's on you. But yeah, should we do, so we're going to release this around kind of, what's the thing coming up? Black Friday. So we should do a Black Friday. What percentage off do you think we should do for Black Friday?
Black Friday is a big one.
Yeah. What do you think? Trevor's going to decide the percentage.
Ooh. What was the last one?
30.
30?
30 was for Halloween. Halloween's kind of like, eh.
Halloween's kind of eh.
Yeah. What do you think?
Do we add 10 to it? Is that too much?
What do you think?
I'm
40%?
I'm not the numbers guy here.
I guess maybe, I mean, Trevor said 40%, so.
But very limited.
Limited.
Black Friday.
Should we do it like, some people are already doing Black Friday for the whole month.
That's
That's
a little bit.
That's so cringe. Like, you're
Yeah.
ruining the spirit. Maybe we'll do 40% for like the weekend of Black Friday.
Right. Well, it used to be you had to go wait in line outside of a store to get your
Yeah,
deal. You know?
yeah,
You had
yeah.
to put in work, you know?
Right.
I don't know how we do that, you know.
Okay, so-
I don't know how we implement that system, but
Right. So, okay, so if we have okay, we're going to do 40%. Now we need a code. What should the code be?
Black Friday 40. Easy.
Black Friday. That's a long code.
It is
Shorten
a
that.
long code. Okay.
How about Black 40?
Okay.
Okay, Black
Yeah, yeah.
40. That sounds like a rapper.
You know what? There might be a way to implement this whole idea of waiting in line. Like if you're in the Discord at a certain time, we might drop a special code or something.
But the
That'd be
people in the
cool.
Discord already have Mixer Brain.
That's true.
So
Maybe not. Maybe not.
at this point, it's pretty much, yeah. We
Okay,
removed
true,
public
true.
access.
True.
So yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, so Black 40 around, it'll be around the days around Black Friday.
Yes.
It's Black 40, Black Friday. I don't know why they call it Black Friday. Is it because the lines were so long?
No, it's because in economics, getting into the black is like a profit thing. So it's like selling off your old stock to get all your
That makes sense.
revenue back or whatever.
Okay, cool. Great. Okay, so there's that. Sign up for our mailing list. I've been active on that recently, doing essays and stuff. It's not just all going to be relentless Mixer Brain marketing. In a lot of ways, this video today has been a relentless Mixer Brain marketing scheme. Were you sensing that at all?
Yeah, I was also sensing just a good
Value?
vibe.
Vibes and value.
Vibes and value.
Yeah.
Good music.
Good music. I'm a fan of this band now. Papa Pete.
Amazing.
When you edit this video, make sure to put the artwork up there.
Oh, I'll put it all up there.
Yeah, just put it all up there. And then we'll link to Papa Pete.
Yep.
And maybe listen to some older Papa Pete stuff, pre-Principles Papa Pete, and then post-Principles Papa Pete. Maybe we'll fly to Australia and see what we can learn from Papa Pete.
That'd be cool.
Because I feel like I have some stuff that I could learn from Papa Pete. Julian Pete. It seems like there's another guy in the band. I don't know who that is.
There were two guys on the album cover.
Yeah, I have no idea what the like maybe it's the maybe Julian is not the mastermind. Maybe it's the other guy.
Yep. Maybe it's like a father-son duo too.
Papa Pete. They did seem around the same age, but it could be like maybe it's like an emotional father, like
Yeah.
it's like his daddy,
Yeah.
band daddy.
Band daddy.
Yeah. So we have to get the backstory of all of that. All right, so I guess that's it for the video, huh? We should do more of these, right?
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Maybe bring the second lavalier next time. So I don't even know. Hopefully this is working. Yeah. I just feel like all the gear should be in the one bag. You brought the bag.
I did forget the other lav.
Yeah, it should just all live together, right?
Yeah,
I mean, potentially.
It should.
Okay.
This was our first time recording here.
That's true. We've never
so-
recorded, so we're not at East West right now. We're in my house, and that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like the sunlight. Okay, East West, great studio. It's a little dark. It gets a little dark in there, right?
No windows.
No windows. Okay. I guess that's the end.
Yeah.
Can I get just a word of wisdom?
Word of wisdom. Don't do drugs.
Okay. Will Onspach would disagree with you on that. Greasy Will.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. All right. Bye, friends.